Gregg Popovich, not the lead vote getter from the GMs for the best coach category for the first time in 8 years. It's a lot of Gregg Popoviches on that screen. Former coach of the year, Byron Scott, what are your thoughts?
Well, you know what? I got a lot of respect for Brad Stevens. And you said this at the beginning of the show. He is clearly one of the best coaches in this league. There's no doubt about that. But in order for you to go over Gregg Popovich, to me, you got to win something first. He has not won a championship. He hasn't been to the NBA Finals. And until he does that, then you can say, okay, now he's the best coach in the NBA. Gregg Popovich right now is the standard. He's got 5 championships in San Antonio, and right now I don't think he's slowing down. He's kind of restructuring his team as we speak, and at least I think that Boston is clearly better than San Antonio. But from a coaching perspective, Gregg Popovich is the best coach in this league, and until Brad Stevens wins something, you cannot take him and put him above Gregg Popovich.
Okay, this is going to sound ridiculous because you played and coached in the league.
It probably is.
But here's what I'll say. Gregg Popovich is the most accomplished coach in the league. That doesn't mean that today he may be the best coach in the NBA, and I think those are two different discussions.
Sure,
if you look at it this way, I remember Al Horford, when he arrived in Boston, he did an interview with Ryan Russillo where he just praised Brad Stevens for the creativity as far as all the sets on offense, the stuff out of timeouts. And speaking of which, the Celtics last year, we have this thanks to our friends here on the staff, the Celtics averaged the most points per chance after fourth quarter timeouts. That's a lot of coaching right there.
Absolutely.
And he's been trending upward, and now he's the top guy in that situation. There's a lot of great coaches in this league. Pop is clearly one of them. He may be one of the best of all time. But, you know, you've got guys like Steve Kerr who are great. Erik Spoelstra, Rick Carlisle, who's had some bad teams. But the reality is talent matters. And when Pop has had Duncan, Parker, Ginobili, Kawhi, you know, Brad hasn't had the luxury of having those type of guys yet. So that's part of it.
I agree with you on that one. But the names that you just mentioned of great coaches, you remember what you just said, right?
They've all won, yes.
They've all won. Yeah. That's the key. They've all won. And again, not taking anything away from Brad, because I think Brad is a fantastic young coach. There's no doubt about that. And I watched Boston play a lot last year, and I watched him after timeouts. He is a master at creating opportunities for his players to score. Master.
Yeah.
And I love watching him coach. But until he wins something, I'm not putting him over Gregg Popovich. Or the other guys you just said, matter of fact. Yeah. I'm not.
I'm interested to see where Gregg Popovich ends up in the Coach of the Year at the end of the year, because kind of like LeBron, people just kind of, I guess, got sick of voting for him, and so whatever. With his tenure in San Antonio, we don't know how much longer he's going to coach there. I wonder if there'll be kind of a swell to get him back up there. We will have to see.